You are once again welcome to IPOB Truth Bearers Sunday School. So we are your serviceable servants, Evangelist Ima Carlo, Mama Patricia Mumere, and the veteran Silas. We have come once again to do what we know how to do best. And as we have pledged to Biafrans and humanity at large, we will always serve you sacrificially, not to hurt anyone, but with the aim of liberating you and liberating ourselves from shackles of colonialism. So we have come once again, and this is season 27 on this topic, Biafra Sunday School, with us, the IPOB Truth Bearers. So you are highly welcome. Your presence is highly regarded. As you know, this is our platform for now. This is Ima Biafra TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. And today is Sunday, the 2nd of this new month of October 2022. And without further delay, we'll begin to introduce ourselves as we be going into the proper service of the day. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Ima Carlo, who hails from Ohafia. Ohafia is in Abia, and Abia is in Biafra land. I reside in the city of Valencia here in Spain, and I have come to tell Biafrans once again to affirm my pledge to Biafrans that I will never fail you, I will never disappoint you, irrespective of circumstance, neither money, neither material, neither riches, or whatever should discourage me or should distract me. And this is the same stance with my comrades, who are going to introduce themselves also, whereby we kick off with the program of the day. As you know, this is where we come to study, because in the university they cannot teach you the kind of education we can teach you via Biafra Sunday School, because the university contains colonial education, where the colonists only want you to know what they want you to know. They only go there to teach you how to worship them, how to regard, we call them Lord Lugard, the founder, this discoverer of the so-called River Niger that had been in existence since the creation. He only come there about 100 years ago to claim the discovery of that river, whereby our ancestors have been living there for thousands of years. That these are the kind of education they give. They take you to university to learn. They will take you to university to go and learn on how to take care of their stores, but they will never teach you how to manufacture the product in that store. They will tell you how to speak English so that you can be administering whatever they produce. They will never teach you how to produce it yourself and govern yourself. They will teach you to go to education to teach you how to market crude oil and send the money to bank abroad and to have foreign account. They will never teach you how to build refinery and control the money from the crude oil, employing them, let them come and work for you in your own land. They will never teach you that. And this is what we have come to teach you. Our education is superior. But until your spiritual eyes begin to open to understand with the kind of work we are doing, that is when you will begin to appreciate us the more. So let me drop the microphone from here so that Mama Patricia will pick up and continue from where I have stopped. Mama Patricia, over to you.
All right. Thank you, our host Collins. God bless you for your efforts. Dear friends, happy Sunday and happy new month. We are once again back on this platform, the platform of truth bearers. Why are we truth bearers? Because we are children of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We are truth bearers because our leader is a truthful man, which we have all attested to. And the package he gave to us is to continue in that stand. And we are not backing down because he has never done that and will never do that. So the footprint of our Mazi towards the restoration of Biafra, towards the liberation of Umuchukwu in Biafra land. That is why we are here. And we are holding it up like our Mazi taught us how to do it. Diligently, honestly, and consistently. Those are the three words we are carrying on to declare to us the liberation gospel. And if you are a lover of freedom, if you really love life, this is where you should open your ears, buckle your belt, and ride on with us. Because we are going to see into what is happening to us. Why are we in this bondage, in this darkness, after having heard the truth, after having been liberated with this same truth that will set us free? Why do we allow ourselves to be dragged into the mud by so many liars and confusing words that are coming up on board? We want to remind us that Biafra is the key. Biafra is what we have come to restore, which our Mazi said, and Biafra will get it. Maybe not as many that are calling Biafrans, because we have so many mixed multitudes around, but we are not in such group. We want to uphold what Chukwu Okike Abiama handed back down to Mazi, and that is how to liberate our people with the key, the truth, because he has used this truth to demolish the zoo and demolish all the colonialist agendas. So we are free people. Let us stand up to it and do the needful. Thank you. My name is Patricia, and I'm from Anambra, and Anambra is in Biafra nation. Thank you.
God bless you, Mama Patricia. That is a wonderful introduction and a preliminary statement to Biafrans to highlight more on where they are getting it wrong and our intention to liberating all of us psychologically and otherwise by educating us. So to be giving our people the right information. The foundation of progress and success is understanding. Understanding means right concept, having the right concept of what you are doing and what you are about to do and what you are aiming to do, to achieve, and to become. That is the reason the word of God, the wisdom of God, the source of the truth, the foundation and the originality, the prototype of every perfection. The word of God says, he said, in all you are getting, in all your acquisition, get wisdom, get understanding, because wisdom and understanding will guide you. The greatest problem humanity have on earth is misunderstanding. But God created understanding, and we are God's servants, and God has given to us the understanding to pass to you. So we are working to carry you along in the track of understanding. When you have the understanding, then you will know the right way to behave, the right thing to do, the wrong thing to avoid, and you see the result manifesting. We are IPOB truth bearers. So I hand over the microphone to our father in the house, veteran Silas, over to you. Talk to Biafrans, introduce yourself, and give them your preliminary word.
Thank you, my dear evangelist Inyimako. Thank you for your generosity. We are not timber and caliber media men and women. We are only small people sacrificing the much we have and the much we can to us Biafrans. Wonderful people of Biafra, good people of Biafra, those of us being redeemed by the truth, because our leader says with the truth, freedom will come to us. We will enjoy freedom. We will enter into that land of light, that land of wisdom, that land of sincerity, that land of prosperity, that land where sorrow will no more be found. Because when we all get to that place where we realize our dreams and our talents, I mean, it will be a wonderful thing, and we will be dancing on the streets like David did, as our master said. He is there for us. He has said it and he has declared it and he is doing it. And our enemy want to deprive us of his services. But Chukwu Okike Abiama is his father. Chukwu Okike Abiama is the one that called him. And like he promised Joshua, no man born of a woman can ever pluck him out of his hand and out of our presence. So let us all join hands together. For he told us that whenever we look for him and don't see him does not mean death, but his presence is no more physically with us. That we should burn down the zoo. And people are there dividing us in the name of uniting us. Dividing us in the name of bringing sectors close. Biafra is one. Biafra is not two. Biafra is not divided. Our master have done the work. And so coming to create other impressions that will bring cheap popularity. Asaba massacre. Hey, sit at home for Asaba massacre. What a rubbish, what a division. Are they not part of the heroes of Biafra? Did our master and the leader not know about that massacre when he instituted the Heroes Day and the sit at home for all Biafran heroes? And somebody is here coming to tell us about a different thing. Then you should talk about the Biafra massacre in Kaduna, Biafra massacre in Kano. These are massacres of more numerous people than what was done in Asaba. So we should get the days and sit at home those days. When women were, pregnant women were torn and the fetus brought out and cut to pieces without their own fault. What less people who committed suicide? And you are creating this kind of chasm, this kind of barrier, this kind of division in the name of carrying a sect along. Biafrans, let us reason. Let us begin to reason. This is the why of this platform. Let us begin to reason because our leader said it. The moment we begin to reason as human beings, that is when we will get to Biafra. Let us begin to reason as human beings and stop all these manipulations and all this rubbish. It does not take us anywhere. Oh, the coastal region, oh, that region, oh, the big region. Are they not Biafrans? So, my brothers and sisters, we have come again for this evangelization. And this is what we are known for. Please join us. Please reason with us. Please ask questions. For this is one of the things our leaders said. We do not ask questions. And this is not the right thing. Hey, on our photo here, we begin to run to that place. That is stupid. That is rubbish. Please let us take our time, study situations before we join, before we follow. I am Silas Honor. I am from Umuleke. Umuleke is in Amibo, in the province of Olo, in Biafra land. Thank you very much as you join us in today's Sunday school.
Thank you, veteran. God bless you. God bless you for another wonderful introduction and preliminary statement to Biafrans and the world at large. To those who have ears, let them hear what the Spirit is telling them. The spirit of reformation, the spirit of upgrading, the spirit of vision, seeing your tomorrow from today. It is no longer the spirit of daftness, because we are liberator and we mean business. And the secret that makes us very, very wonderful is we are not materialistic. So we don't depend on Nigerian government. We don't depend on anybody to bribe us before we can speak the truth, because we understand that the bribery is all about distracting us. So, and we despise their bribery, because their bribery is nowhere to be compared with our freedom. So as I speak, Mama Patricia, be preparing. So, dear friends, we are talking about now the issue of autopilot declaration of sit-at-home regarding the Asaba massacre that took place during the 1967 to 1970 Biafra genocide. If we are to be honest to ourselves, yes, there was massacre in Asaba, but the same period, the majority of the people that were killed in the hinterland of the Biafra, most especially the 5 states comprising Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Abia, and Ebonyi states. These are the people, more number of people were massacred. And none of this, we are not even talking about Delta. We are talking about Asaba as a particular town. Asaba is just the capital town, the capital city of that Delta state. So, why not we have Obibo massacre, a sit-at-home for Obibo massacre, because people were killed in Obibo those days and recently. Why not we have a sit-at-home of Umuahia massacre, of Aba massacre, of Nkwere massacre, of Amigbo massacre, of Oba massacre, Onisha massacre, Imnewi massacre, what is it called? Akolo massacre, Ohafia massacre. Call them Owere massacre, Mbise massacre, because all of the places Ihamufu massacre, bombshell, even when the women, then what kind of massacre is more than the starvation? It's more than the starvation. The starvation we showed to you last time, and there have never been a command for sit-at-home for that. No, I'm not. It is not about the sit-at-home that we are against, but we are against of the division Simon Ekpa and the autopiloters are causing by segregating the Asaba, to be specific, to the rest of the people. So why not sit at home for Biafra genocide? And this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been doing, declaring every 30th of May of every year since the beginning of the Biafra agitation under his custody as a sit-at-home day. Then why inventing Asaba massacre? Why not declaring it Biafra sit-at-home, so that all Biafrans should be sitting at home the same day? Because what I am designing is this. Simon Ekpa and the autopilot just want to form it as a means for them to be given order on what people will do. And before you begin to count the capital city one by one, we are talking about the capital city. We are not talking about the other. If you begin to talk town by town, let me say local government in Delta State alone, Delta State can be over 20 local governments because then Abia alone is 17 local governments, Imo is 27. How long? So even if he has to take it 1 month after the other, how long will he continue to be taking them? And the 2023, in which he wants to give us Biafra, is coming very close. We have only 14 months between now till December 2023, and we have more than 14 local governments in Delta State alone. So we will be having sit at home every month for one local government in Delta State until 2023 is over. And we are not talking about the rest of the 13 states. You know, Biafra is comprised of 13 states. We are just still on one state, which is Delta State. For Simon Ekpa to be declaring massacre for only Asaba at this point in time. So, should we be waiting for Simon Ekpa and autopilot to be declaring sit at home for each of the local governments? And how long, how many years? Because if he goes that way, for him to touch the whole local government that make up Biafra, it may take another seven years or even 10 years, while he is promising to give us Biafra in 2023. Because when we are saying, we say with proofs, why inventing this new order? Why not Simon Ekpa command the 30th May sit at home, which should be next year? It is certain that this year's own is over. Why not him waiting for next year? Or maybe he does not want to order his own on the same 30th of May. Why not him include the rest of the Biafrans? What kind of politics and the division is Simon Ekpa and the autopilot has creating in the Biafra struggle? So that is what we are against. And this is what we want to open the people's eyes to see, open their ears to hear, and open their medulla oblongata to actually understand, knowing that it is not everything that you hear that you will believe. You have to reason on your own, just the way we are doing. We want to train you to be like us, or even be better than us, to be independent thinkers. That is what makes us exceptional from the rest of the people. We are independent thinkers. When anybody says anything, we go and think the same thing on our own. So, Mama Patricia, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, thank you, Collins. You see, that is why we are very, very much grounded in this platform that we are in. We are following our Mazi, whom we have attested, not just us alone, the whole of Biafra, the whole of the world leaders. They know him, they've heard him. He's worth hearing, and they know the impact of his message to liberate humanity, Africa, and the Biafra, especially where he came from. Mazi, when he came on this restoration of our lives from the bondage of Britain, of the Fulanese, the Janjaweed, he came from the ABCD of the gospel, telling us what we ought to know about ourselves, that we were separated, divided and ruled by the enemies. And that when they come, they try to put confusion between brothers, so that when they put them in that confusion and they'll be fighting themselves, the enemy will go to take their wealth, their land, whatever they have. Amazi had to take a very long patience and time with love, coming in on board every day with his microphone, trying to let us know who we are, our boundaries, who we are related with, brother, sister, cousin, and all that, all in Biafra land, the eastern zone, the whole of the eastern zone. Mazi didn't go to put himself in the Ohanese or the Igbo group, because he knows that that thing will be bringing division, grouping, a separation. So he tries to join everyone together as a family. No wonder when we say IPOB, you hear the word one family. And he instituted, like you said, the Collins, the 30th of May, when all our fallen heroes, include everyone, every Biafra, we remember them, every one of them. Now, you see now people who think they know, who think that they can serve Baal and serve God at the same time, not knowing that they are deceiving themselves. They are talking from both sides of their mouth, confusing themselves. They will say one thing today, the next day they say another thing. And when you catch them, they try to justify it. And you see people also who are following this group or groups trying to cover their stupidity. No wonder man to call them the irredeemable or the intellectuals. They think they know. How can your leader, who has given us the blueprint, the 10 commandments, everything needed for us to follow to make what it will bring us Biafra? And we have seen his step. We follow the same step, consistency, truthfulness, honesty, diligently. He wasn't fearing anybody to say the truth. He wasn't expecting anybody to come and pat him at the back and say, you did well. All he was standing for is the unity of his family, Biafrans, and the liberation of Biafra. And if it comprises the 13 states in the eastern zone, how can somebody like Simon and the autopilot come out to say there will be a sit at home for Asaba massacre? If Mazi knew that is, if Mazi think it's reasonable, he would have started from the onset to say we'll have Asaba massacre. But now you have mentioned all the other states in Biafra, under these 13 states of Biafra, where we have a whole lot of the zoo killing. So is it every city now, every state, you have to sit down by the so-called spokesman of Biafra and be having sit at home for this state? And like you said, Collins, by the time we round it up, the 1 year, 23 is already by the corner. We will not finish to sit at home for them while we are going to get Biafra. So this is just trying to have is it cheap recognition, or to just make the person know that I'm the one issuing order? Is that not the same way? What is that woman? The woman of the Idu, the Idu goddess, came also and want to let us know that the Idu is the way out and Biafra is there. And these people, I'm asking them, where were you people when the Bible of Biafra was written and handed down? When Mazi came to talk about Biafra, so Mazi didn't know that there's something like it to begin from the time he took up this message to say now we are no more going to answer Biafra, so that we will no more be killed. We passed through that one. And then this other one coming out, Simon, to talk about Asaba massacre. And then the other group that the viewers will come to be fighting and saying, no, this one. Everyone wants to give their order. And I want to tell Biafrans, our people, we should be wise by this time. Mazi said, what makes us to be real woman is the ability to think and the ability to ask questions.
not to look at faces, not to fear whoever stands on your way. You should not retreat or start shifting. If I say this, I will not be a friend of this person anymore. We should focus on Biafra restoration. We should focus on what Master has given to us, that this is what we need to make Biafra be. But when we think that we can sit down and then be giving orders so that the order will be from my platform, and the DOS says the order will be from my platform, and everything that Master has already established that was working, they don't even go into it to look at it and see, are we still on the line or have we deviated? So I don't see Collins and my Biafras. I don't see the sense in this separate Akasaba massacre, because Biafra is not divided. Biafra is one. Mazi did not even go into Igbo Union whatever, Hannes, because he know that those people are already creating a separate group. He wanted everybody to be in the same umbrella, as brothers, as sisters, as family. So I'm advising us, Biafrans, be wise in swallowing every shit that comes out from the so-called your spokesman or those ones holding the pinnacle of leadership or anything. Always question, always go into what Mazen has said. Go back to those clips. When you go through it, you'll be able to know whether these people are doing the right thing. Their words and their work to rhyme together. If you see that they are talking, they are not doing it, or they are doing another thing, telling you another thing, deviate from them. Now it is early before it is too late. Because one thing is sure, they cannot stop this foundation. The Bible says, "Cursed be he that preacheth another gospel outside the one that has been preached." Thank you, dear friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, dear friends, we are going to go into the business. You have heard it. A word is a wise, is enough for the wise. So, we owe you the truth. While you owe yourself compliance to the truth, and you owe the entirety of the Biafrans doing the needful to help us collectively achieve the Biafra freedom. So I am going to play Maze Nnamdi Kanu's message. Okay, before the message, we are going to first of all pray with him. Then we go into the message.
We are live and we are direct. The whole of humanity is listening and paying attention. And this is their radio station, especially belonging to those of us in IPOB. This is Radio Biafra. I will proceed, of course, to pray, to acknowledge the mercy, the grace, the magnificence, the benevolence, the kindness, and the love of the Most High Chukwukika Biama towards his children. And the best way for us to express our gratitude is by offering him praise and offering him every adulation. This evening will not be an exception. Therefore, as always, we pray on this very platform. We say, Our Father, who resideth in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Deliver us from evil, we pray. We have evil around us. Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Please put this entity of hell to shame. We are gathered this evening to listen to your word and to your gospel. We are gathered that you may bless your inheritance. We are gathered to remind you that you liveth forever and ever. Your abode is heaven, this very earth, your footstool. To remember your children and come to their rescue. To look upon our affliction, our suffering, our pain and anguish. To look at us, gnashing our teeth, to see the subjugation and the degradation your children endure on a daily basis at the hands of those who don't even know you, at the hands of those who are not worthy to be called your children. That wasn't your intention for us. That was not your plan, because you wish that we shall live in peace, in harmony with progress and development. But those that surround us are today our lords and our masters, not through any device or capability of theirs, because they tried to invade us before but failed due to your grace. It is through the white man that brought Christianity with them. They gave us the Bible, they handed us over to Quran. That's exactly what they have done, precisely what is against the rule book. We ask you to please come and be merciful. Come and be kind to your children. We are here waiting earnestly for this very miracle that you are performing in our time. We must also thank you for all the wonderful things you have been able to use us to accomplish and to be able to do. Because all over the world today, there is Biafra everywhere. Without your mercy, without the fortitude and the grace which you gave to IPOB, Radio Biafra, the whole world today will not know about you and who you are. As we said, the more you bless us, the more we spread your gospel, the more humanity understands who you are. The more they will know your name, the more they will come to revere it. Because as we said, through us mankind shall see the light. That is why we are the light of the whole world. That is why we exist. That is why we have brought light where there is darkness. That is why anywhere there is hopelessness, especially in the damnable zoological republic, we bring hope. Where there is destitution, we bring succor. Where there is homelessness, we provide shelter. Where there is anguish, we try as much as possible to bring joy. Where there is acute marginalization, we try to bring in inclusion. We have come that this gospel may nourish the souls of those without hope. They may nourish the hopes and the souls of those of them with nobody to turn to apart from thee.
So due to our time factor, I will not be playing the whole, I will not, we will just brief our prayer, not praying for 30 minutes. Let us just brief it like that, because by the grace of God, today's program will end at 6 o'clock, thereabout. So from the prayers, we are going to analyze. Then I will go on to play the video further. We are going to analyze, or let me just, okay, we are going to analyze a point. And that point is 2 points. One, we bring light wherever we come into. Biafra is everywhere. And I can also sense it. I can also sense it. Biafra is everywhere. And the reflection, even apart from other people who are not broadcasters, some IPOB members, some non-IPOB members, they have analyzed to say that even the obedient movement as political movement is a kind of revolution of those who believe in one Nigeria and being influenced by Biafra agitation. Biafra agitation triggered the mind of the people to realize that they can equally agitate for what they believe in. So this is the light shining, even though they have not come to the level of excellence, because they are still working in mediocrity by believing in one Nigeria and pursuing one Nigeria. And some of these people also say that this is a repetition of the NSAS protest that took place in 2020, that this is the OB movement, because even the politicians can no longer control the masses, that the masses have decided that it is Obi and nothing but Obi, to the extent that Atiku Abubakar had no say, Tinubu had no say, and we are hearing that as a result of medical condition that Ahmed Tinubu may withdraw, may decline from contestation of the presidency. Then I came to understand if he had already been having the health issue, but it is because of the pressure that the people are no longer interested on them. They are no longer interested on the Babangida. They are no longer interested on the Atiku Abubakar. They are no longer interested on the impostor in Aso Rock. But they decide it is obedience. Even though we are going to preach against their obedience, because in this program we are going to give them the prediction of what they are going into. But from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said, we bring light. Because formerly, Nigeria had never at any day come together to make a decision of their own. And we will see now, even Muslims in the north are talking about are becoming obedient. The Middle Belters becoming obedient. Even some Yorubas becoming obedient rather than becoming Tinubunized. We see Igbos becoming obedient. So the people coming together to speak on with one voice, and their voice is obedient. Even though they are yet to come to the real light, they have begun to have the feeling of that light. So that is a proof that, yes, Biafra agitation is a light and have been reflecting upon many other people. So whichever other way do you think, Mama Patricia, which other way do you think that Biafra is a light and reflecting upon the damnable zoological republic and the entirety of Africa? So what do you have to say about that? How is Biafra a light reflecting on the damnable republic?
Yeah, thank you. With all that you have said, that is one part of the light which Biafra freedom has come to the place or to bring to mankind. Because Mazi, at the initial stage, said his coming is to enlighten everyone that sits in darkness, everyone that has been bundled and packed into that dungeon of the zoological republic. Mazi said he has come to liberate them. And with that truth, which is his key and sword, he has actually used it to break the brain that were formerly sealed. He opened their brain and put knowledge, because knowledge is power. Knowledge gives enlightenment so that one will know exactly who the person is, your identity. For instance, myself, we have been in that group for a long time. We know we have been evil, that we have been maltreated by the Fulanis and all that kind of thing. But we have not been able to be bold enough to actually claim who we are, to know our origin. That liberty alone is as a result of the light shining in darkness, shining to the dull brain, the dead brain, and you wake up from it. You are not knowing anything to start appreciating who you are and being proud of it. That is exactly what Mazi did. And he did it because Chukwu, as I said before, when he sends a messenger, he prepares him in wisdom, in knowledge, in understanding, that nobody can withstand or stand before that person or compare with the person. It doesn't matter how you jealous. You can jealous from now to tomorrow. You can criticize from now to tomorrow. Once God's anointing and favor, and he has called you to do a work, any other thing anybody is doing is waste. They will be going round the mountain like Israelites did. So Mazi has enlightened the whole ethnicity entities that are in that group, that place called Nigeria. The Fulanis, they have understood that they cannot buy his soul.
The Hausas, they have understood that they have been slaves, they have been deceived. The Yorubas, the same thing. The Middle Belt, we saw Eto or whatever his name is, saying the same thing for his people. And how much more we Biafrans that the light and the truth was handed to us. So Maza has enlightened everyone. So even though that they are doing this all together, is because of that enlightenment. He has exposed every hidden thing that supposed not to be touched. He brought it to board. So everybody handled it, saw it. But in this case, aspect, in this one that they are now following, agreeing together, like the end stars coming together to betray themselves after they have known the truth. I'm seeing it as also the British, the colonists' agenda to bring P2B to distract our focus. After having rendition mass, extraordinary rendition, which they know it is very against the law, they kept him there so that they can calm down this movement. And when they saw that they have not actually completely calmed it down, they now raised P2B of the Labour Party so that he will kind of bring a new approach to it. And Biafrans and the other Nigerians are all focused on that. That's what the people want. So that that move of freedom, of referendum, of liberty will not be there again, so that they will now go for another distraction. But they have failed, because all these people shouting to be on their political renew Nigeria, they will see where they will fall, because the prophet has spoken. Nothing and absolutely nothing will make that country called the zoo to exist anymore. It can never. So we to hold on to that truth, because it's not his word, it's God-given word. Thank you.
God bless you, Mama Patricia. Thank you for keeping on enlightening the Biafrans. So right away, veteran Silas, this is your turn to tell Biafrans and the world your own way of understanding on Biafra and Biafra agitation as the light reflecting upon the Africans, starting from Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Go ahead, veteran.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Biafran. If you listen to the prayer very well, our leader called us a name. Biafra is here. That is the light that it shines even in this planet Earth. No wonder we are hated, and hated with passion. And he has made a lot of, given a lot of messages about this issue, this fundamental issue. Because we are the children of Chukwu Okike Abiama. And Chukwu Okike Abiama is the light. And there is no way darkness can compete and defeat light. This is why, like you have all said, the light has pierced the whole of the Zoological Republic. The light can no longer be contended by Britain, and so they have chosen another path, and that is the path of distraction. Bringing somebody from Labour Union, the Labour Party, that has caused a lot of harm, that killed his people. Labour, whatever you call the party, that is responsible for massacre and the genocide in Biafra land. And this is where P2B is resting. And people do not ask questions. They do not reflect. This is our problem. This is the problem of our leader. Our leader have always been so angry with us because we don't ask questions, because we don't reason, because we follow every wind of distraction. Whatever happens, there is the light that is following up every event, even this event of election, because our leader insisted there is going to be a revolution, and the revolution that will last to the point that there will be evolution, and the evolution will be the total disintegration of the zoo, the total disgrace of Britain and their plots, the total destruction of darkness, whether we like it or not. As the master have said, so shall it be. He is a God sent. Must send him. And that is why even the prayer, you can follow the prayer. And you see the consistency, the truth, the passion in that prayer. So Biafra is light. Wherever Biafra go, this is why so many does not go with Biafra. Take it wherever you find the feet of a Biafra. You discover light will definitely come into that place. So, you better reflect. You may be an instrument for the shining permanently of this light, not as a Nigerian, not as a one Nigerian, not as a new Nigerian, because you will be consumed eventually. You will definitely be consumed. So that light has come, and it has come to stay. Even though those following you and the obedience and so on may not know what they are doing, but eventually they will come to know that you, Chukwu Okike Abiama, has ordained what is happening. Let us leave it for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, veteran. Thank you for keeping on enlightening Biafrans. In one of the Igbo agents, those who have seen the road, then they decided to walk or to run through the bushes, through the forest. So it is the obedience I am talking to. After having shining the light on them, but they decide not to walk on the real road. They decide to walk through the bush because they are walking through the bush, through the forest, where there will be reptiles, snakes, and the other dangerous animals. Some dangerous wood, and that is walking on the bush, through the forest that is not already cultivated. Why they know the real road, where they can run faster, where they can even drive their cars, travel at ease without encountering dangers. But the obedient movement represents the bush, the forest, where there are lots of dangers. Because there are ways people fight for things, they will struggle harder to achieve little. And there are ways people struggle for things, they will struggle very little and achieve very greater. So, obedience is not the real solution. It is a temporary solution. And it is a plan B. It is not the real stuff. The rest of is the people ruling themselves. We are not longer talking about a Nigerian where the Britain will be deciding what happened and where the Britain will be controlling, because the way we are seeing from my own prediction, because of the pressure from the masses, even the Britain will surrender the election to the masses, and the OB will definitely win the election if it is voted anytime, any day. That is true. But what matters, if after OB winning the election, can OB change Nigeria for good the way he is talking? The answer is no. And I will tell you the reason. The reason is that they will just make him like Emeka Ihedioha. Emeka Ihedioha is the choice of the people in Imo State. Then the people voted Emeka Ihedioha in. Emeka Ihedioha gently, formidably won the election. Emeka Ihedioha decided to work with the people, to develop the people, and to develop the territory. It is only then they come to call him, hey, Emeka, we just allow you to win that election. No, it is not because we really want you, because you don't understand our system. Now, do you know what? You are going to come, let us initiate you and Fulanize you and Britannize you so that you come into the system. It is just because of the pressure from the people that we allow you. But now you are the governor. Come and work with us. Let us teach you. Emeka Ihedioha refused. What was the next thing? They pulled him out of that office, bringing someone who lost election to replace him. And that person is Hope Ozadema you have today in Imo State. This is exactly what will happen. So, and as I speak now, Emeka Ihedioha is now Fulanized. Emeka has been Fulanized. They may bring him once again to contest and win, but it will no longer be the same Emeka Ihedioha you used to know. This one will be this one will be a typology of Hope Ozadema in Emeka Ihedioha. So Obi winning the election is not a criteria for the solution, because there are people who have already hijacked Nigeria. They have their established system, and they will never allow Obi to change that system. It is changing the system is where the problem lies. It is not matter about who really win the election. So they may do the election for people to believe that the person that is chosen is the best choice. So Obi is not really their choice, but it is the choice of the people. They still use the choice of the people. They buy the choice of the people over. Or they kill him, or they frustrate his government. He will never settle down to provide the people the reasons for voting him in. So I am telling you what things that are going to happen. Since the formation of this platform, I have never been lying to Biafrans. And there is nothing I have told the Biafrans that will happen that have never happened. This is not a prophecy. It is called feudalism. It is a formed system. So I am well informed. I am well educated in feudalism. I know the system of their operandi. So it is just because of the pressure that they will allow Obi to win, but they will still bring him into that old system. If he refuses, problem. But I am telling you, the obedient, you are sustaining the system, believing you want to bring solution. So I want to play another video now. I want to play another video. From the video, we begin to analyze. From the video, we begin to analyze on what I have said concerning the obedient issue, what it will result, and what people will never know about it, so that everything will not just end the way I've just said it, but the people will just see it with their own eyes.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have the conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word.
Before I will continue, this is Goodluck Jonathan telling you that Nigeria is not a nation, and he knew all this and became Nigerian president. After his 8 years of presidency, what change did he bring? Because he knows that there is a devilish established system that can never allow anybody who will become the president to work for the people. So this is not from me, from one of the Nigerian ex-presidents, Ebele Goodluck Jonathan.
The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western Region. Second one, and I quote, "It is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit." This is accredited to Sir Amado Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. The third, and I quote, "Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country." This is, sir.
So, Nigerian unity is only about British intention, British interest. It is not really about the interest of the people. Mama Patricia, are you available? Okay. So from all you have heard me said and from the videos that I have played, just within 5 to 7 minutes, give words to Biafrans and the obedient.
Thank you, Collins. Yes, it's very, very sad that we are still in this kind of elementary schooling to ourselves when we're supposed to be at the university, because Mazi had a very good university class from kindergarten to the university level. Every term and half, we're all seated there, glued to their phone or to their television or whatever, to listen to this message from heaven. Because Maz always said, God gives him message and we see it is true. No lying word. We were seeing it and we are still seeing it. Some of his prophecies, people are seeing it eyeball to eyeball now. Mazi told us about this election going on in Nigeria, that there is nothing like election. It does not serve any person in that Nigeria, apart from these thieves. The thieves, they are the leaders, all of them together. Nigeria is not meant for humanity. Nigeria is not meant for anybody to grow or survive. It's a dungeon that the British government, colonialists, created as manure for them.
And Mazi try to open our eyes to let us know that we can take it back, that authority or that vote that we have given to them. We should take it back and tell them, go and call your wives and your children to come and vote for you and stand for you. I want to let us know, Biafrans, all of us that are going out and have forgotten our messages that our mother gave to us. These obedient servants or slaves, are you people not tired of being deceived 100 times? Obi, when he was governor, what did he do to the IPOB, the Biafrans under Uwazurike? What did he do to those people? To please the Fulanis. Even Uwazurike came up sometime and had to, even though he was bad himself, he had to expose his colleague that is Obi what he did. And people are still jumping up, saying obedient, we follow Obi. When Manzi said in Biafra land there should not be, and even in the entire Nigeria, that every ethnicity should pull out and be on their own, because the signatory to the one Nigeria has expired since 1914. That was done in 1914 to the day that it expired. And people are still going forward after having had this truth revealed to them. They are still saying no. When they didn't even remember victory, what Obi did the last time, how he killed them, how Obi said he's not standing, he's not there for anybody who is trying to work against their group. You know, last week we played a video where one, I don't know his name, that was saying that the whole Nigeria, they are too weak. They are too weak to get free from the chain upon them. They are too poor to come and question them. That they are taking away their dignity and their prestige. They have removed it from them. They have no more esteem. So who is going to come and question them what they are doing? That they are all together, these things, politicians, governors, presidents, whoever they are all together working against the citizens. We have seen many of the ballot papers, the voters card, how it was done. People went to get PVC, PIN of one need, they call it need. Only for the same devilish people, the Fulanis, Janjaweed, going to outside Nigeria to get people to come and make them Nigerians, because they believe that the Britain gave them Nigeria, dashed them Nigeria. And in that one, we are not arguing with them. We want our Biafran people to understand, all of us to understand that we have nothing to do with these people. That they have come to kill us, to destroy us. And the earlier we realize this and cut off, like Mars said, no election in Biafra land, no in Yoruba land, no in Middle Belt, no in Hausa, so that the Fulanis will be sent back to where they came from. And our people are coming out to say that the obedient to Obi, they are now going back to New Nigeria. When Obi has massacred all of our people, when Wike has massacred all of our people, or is it the administrator in Imo State, like my brother said, that came forth and they put him there to do the beating of the Fulanis? So now, if Obi think he can make out anything to create whatever he wants to create to their dungeon, did he ever question himself when Jonathan was there for 4 years or for 6 years or for whatever term he played there? What did Jonathan do? Nothing. The railway man, or what is his name again? Akalu, all these Akalu. What is he able to do in his position? No, everybody is slave to the Fulani. But the truth will only set you free when you know your rights and know the truth and say, I'm not voting for anybody. Politicians, even if you like, we are angels to government. We are not voting. We are done with you people. Go and sit down. We want to have our own referendum and do what our leader has told us to do. Until you do that, until Biafra will do that, until we remember the preachings and messages of man to tell us that Nigeria has gone beyond repair, that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. Where is the so-called imposter that is going round and round, pretending to go to UN for meeting, when we know very well that he died since 2017, Buhari died. The wife is in Dubai. And people are still rushing out saying they want to do election. Which election? I think Nigeria will happen to all of you that are still block-headed, stiff-necked, blinded, or like my Collins said, they see the road, but they prefer the wilderness, the darkness, because their deeds are evil. We, Biafrans, we, followers of Martin Nnamdi Kanu, we have come to restore our land because we have done with, we have crossed the Rubicon. We have done with the marriage with Nigeria. So if the British like, let them bring people, let the whole world come and help him to be the best person. We know it is for them. But for us, IPOB is a murderer. IPOB is not for Biafra. He's standing for the so-called British people and the Fulani. And we are not voting for anybody, whether the person has killed or not. Anybody that is for Nigeria is not for Biafra. For my Biafran people, watch who you're listening to. Those of them that in the morning they will talk about Biafra, in the night they will talk about Nigeria. Desist from them. They have come to kill, steal, and destroy. Remember the words of Marx. Nigeria is beyond repair. Thank you. I'll stop so far. Thank you.
God bless you, Mama Patricia. So it is keeping on to educating Biafrans. Now it is your turn, Veteran Silas. What do you have to tell Biafrans regarding all that I have said, all you have heard, and the video that I played concerning comparing it to obedience and their aim to change Nigeria for good after Goodluck Jonathan and the rest of the people confirming that Nigeria is not really a country. This is an Nigeria ex-president. It is not just me. It is not just IPOB saying, but one of the people who have ruled Nigeria testifying that Nigeria is just a mere geographical area and just bringing people together to serve the interests of the British. That is the meaning of Nigeria. So comparing it to obedience, what do you have to say?
Thank you very much, Master Collins. Biafrans, remember we have no other place but Nigeria, but Biafra. We are Biafrans, we are not competing with the zoo. There is no such a competition. And so any person from Biafra going to the zoo for election, that is his cup of tea. We have all had an ex-president of that zoo who was in the position to go into these this enlightenment, this conference. It did not happen to him overnight. He knew all these things. He had all these quotes of Ahmad Bello, of Awolowo, of all of them. He knew that Nigeria is not a country, that Nigeria is only an industry for Britain. He knew all these things. And he still served in that industry. And because that industry seemed to have rejected him, rejected his request, he is now coming to tell you and me that this is the case. As learned as Jonathan is, an intellectual, he could not call for a conference of his people. Come, there is nothing like Nigeria. This is a British makeup. How do we balance this issue? We are not asking of what you did or what you did not do. He would have at least saved the situation by calling for a conference. Come, we had no agreement. We are individual entities. And the Nigeria is not passing through us because it is not our own. It is not our business. It is a name given by merchants. But he kept it and swept it under the carpet. And even when God sent somebody to come and open our eyes, he turned his back to him, even though this servant of God was also defended him. The Fulanis were at him, but this man of God defended him and the wife. But they could not come and say the truth. Our leader have made it very clear that we should be fearless before our enemies. But these people are never fearless. He is coming out now to tell us what we already know. We know more than this. And we know it's in the group of Lamido, which my sister pointed out, which we pointed out last week. We played this, his message last week. Who said that they are in control of me and you, of the citizens of Nigeria, that we are already in hell, that they have put us in hell. So what else are we looking for? What else can we get? That they, the elite, are in control. Because if they allow us to get what we want, as we are breaking our heads, obedience, this, that, they will not allow us to get what we want. Because he said it clearly that if they allow us get what we want, then they will be losing. And they are not ready to lose. Can we people reason for once? Our leader have made this thing very clear. Have asked us, can we reason for once and become human beings? And when he calls us animals, we begin to be angry because he gave us the right name. If it is not our name, then let us come out and walk out of them and do that which we should do and claim what belongs to us. Karl Marx told the workers, come out of them, leave these bourgeois and take what belongs to you. And we are still running under Obi Kerenke, the murderer who is in the party of Labour that is a criminal party. And you think they will I think you people are just joking. You people are just joking to run around the British slave, the Fulani slave. Our moderator will play another clip for us. A clip where they are telling you that where you want to vote for belongs to them, and there is nothing you can do to get it out from them. No matter how many OBs you import, it cannot change anything. And this is why I said initially, we are not dragging any place with anyone. We are going back to our home, because east, west, north, and south, home is a home. We want our Biafra. We want to go back to where we belong before the British idiots, fools, criminals. Before the devil came to kill and to maim and to destroy. Britain is devil. Britain is devil. And look at what they have combined. And you people are still sleeping. Wake up from your slumber, Biafran. Wake up from your slumber. You are sleeping too much. You are oversleeping. Our leader have taught us, taking us to that school to wake us up, to enlighten us, to evangelize us. And this is why we are happy to go by his evangelization. And to tell you, my brothers and sisters, come out of her. Leave obedience alone, because he is a slave, a perpetual slave, and cannot come out from slavery. And he is carrying you into that slavery, carrying you into that dark bush, and you are going with him.
The wickedness.
And you are going with him, going into that wickedness with him. Is that man not wicked? Are they not wicked? Lamido said the elite are united. They are agreed to put you under their feet. You have no school. We are not talking of marginalization. But to have at least a dignity. And he said he has taken away our dignity from us. He has taken away what makes us human from us. And that we cannot come together any longer to do and ask for our rights. We can no longer come together. Is it the Fognizer, Igbo Fognizer? Or is it the Yoruba Crescent seller? Or the Asaba motorcycle rider? Who is going to come out? Division everywhere. Is it Simon Ekpa that is declaring Asaba massacre sit at home? Or is it the members of the DOS who has no place to go, nothing to offer, who are sellouts? Or is it the one that is 30 men? The other one is 50 men. If you are 50 and 30, 80 is okay. Move on, go into the zoo and begin to liberate the zoo. Begin to burn down the zoo. That is what you are supposed to do. That is what 100 men should do. That is why our leader was asking for 100 men. And now that you are 80, what stops you from moving and burning down that place? You are still here talking and talking of Asaba massacre, dividing the whole movement, dividing Biafra, buying cheap popularity, manipulating the poor masses, using argumentum ad misericordiam. playing on the sentiments of gullible Biafrans, playing on their poverty. Lamido said, we are poor. And that is the truth. No average Biafra can eat even a meal, not to talk of 3 square meals again. Not even to eat meat or to eat fish. Even crayfish you cannot buy. And you are following Obi, he will perform miracle. Do not be running to where it is happening, Biafran. It is dangerous. Today, and you forget tomorrow. Forget your generations to come. So, Jonathan, you are too late. You would have used your good office when you were there to do the needful. But incidentally, you bowed for them to put their prick into your nose. And now you are coming to talk. What are you talking about? Coward you are. Coward. See how you ran when you won the election and you didn't want to die. You don't want Nigerians to die. That is why you ran. You leave the dead Buhari to continue. Corruption. And the corruption is utmost. So this is it. I don't think Obi Kererenke is going anywhere. But even if he goes, there are owners of that place he's going, because we are not going there with him. And you will hear them talk too. Thank you very much. We don't have much time.
Okay, God bless you, veteran. Then I'm going to play 2 videos in a row. The 2 videos will be just videos between 4 minutes at most. I'm going to play this video. This video you are looking at contains, these are PVC, and in their millions. PVC people had already registered for. They are packed, threw away, destroyed, and they are giving you hope that your PVC is your power. Why people PVC have been stolen, taken away, destroyed. To the extent when the election will be approaching, many people will not have PVC. I mean, those who registered for the PVC will not have the PVC to vote. And this is one of the means of rigging the election. These are the people giving you hope that it can get better while they already have their plan, irrespective of whomsoever that wins the election or whom the people choose to vote for. They already have their set plan, their set program, which they do not want to divert from. Yes, and the only thing they are doing is to ensure that there is the execution of that election so that they will capitalize on it to do whatever they want to do. So without further delay, I will play the video. Let us hear from the 2 videos.
See the wickedness being perpetrated by the INEC and some wicked leaders and people in authority to disenfranchise the people of this nation. So these are people's PVC.
Yeah, permanent original one, yes.
PVCs.
That was dug from the ground.
Hidden on the ground,
yes.
Buried.
They used
to
stop them
election. To stop them not to vote. So you can see it.
Permanent one, yes.
Hidden on the floor, dug from the ground.
2.something million pieces here.
Look at it.
More than 2 million pieces here.
More than 2 million pieces of PVCs here.
Check out.
You can see what is happening in this country. Wicked people.
Go and do PVC. Go and do PVC. How will take trust?
That is that. The next
That's all I'm with this country.
So if you have given to Adamawa, you given to Benue, you given to Delta, won't you give rivers? Won't you give rivers? You take, this one take, this one take. What of rivers? What do they take? Just you come and collect vote. Fa fa fa. Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara. Yes, Jesus. Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara. Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara. Yes, Jesus. Tierra Mara, Tierra Mara. You know, the goal of confusion will put confusion in them. They think it's reverse that they're doing. They're doing themselves. They will see confusion from now to the end until they withdraw and understand that there was no road there. Do you understand me? Come on, now, come down the wall, come on, So, 2 days ago, I was watching television. One person who says one of the leaders of South was opening his mouth in Kano, saying all kinds of things. I don't shoot my.
Hola, papu. Yo.
What's going on? Collins.
Are you there?
Yes, I am here. God bless you.
Nigeria.
I had an emergency
Written
call.
by Osman
Let me play
Sokoto,
the video together.
Teacher and activist 2022. We must make Nigeria a Fulani nation. Fulani's own Nigeria. Written by Osman Umar Sokoto, philosopher, teacher and activist 2022. We must make Nigeria a Fulani nation, and that's final. There is nothing anybody can do about it. When we said that Nigeria belongs to our father Othman Dan Fodio, it wasn't a joke. Haven't we told you that the oil in Bayelsa and anywhere in Nigeria belongs to the Fulani? Are Fulani not in charge of every oil wells and oil companies in Nigeria? Who owns the oil in Lagos State? Dangote, of course. Didn't we tell you that Benue belongs to the Fulani by the right of conquest? Didn't the Fulani become indigenes in Benue and Jos? Soon a Fulani will become governors in those places and our conquering of those places will become complete. Are you still listening to the ranting of that Governor Orton? He is just making noise, seeking sympathy, and fooling his people. He knows he got no balls. He knows he can do nothing. What did he do when we asked that they submit their weapons? Nothing. They submitted, even when they knew that our foot soldiers, the Fulani headsmen, are still with their AK-47. They handed to us their double barrels, and we kept our AK-47, and you say Fulani is not in charge. Are we not in charge? We laugh when people make noise. Let me ask you people, what did you do when we started showing you all the different faces of the president? What did you do when we took over the police, the army, immigration, custom, etc.? Did you cough? Is Fulani not in charge of all security segments? Is Fulani not DPOs and army chiefs in all your localities? What have your leaders done about it? Have you not seen headsmen killing people? Have you seen one headsman in police cell or prison? How many headsmen have they sentenced? Have you heard that army attacked headsmen camps? That Air Force bombed them, or police responded when our Fulani headsmen came for attacks? What happened when we killed 300 in Agatu? What does that tell you? Is it not enough for Fed governments to declare state of emergency and fish out the killers? Governments will only sympathize. What does the silence of your leaders tell you? They are our slaves. Both from the south, southeast, and west, everyone you call your leader is our slave. And before anyone joins them, he or she must agree to be our puppet. Do you wonder why a Ebonyi state governor still protects Fulani headsmen and kill his own people, even after our headsman killed his own people? Are you surprised that former Governor Obiono has Maeti Ola representatives in his government? That's when Fulani headsmen under Maeti Ola are killing his people. We own them and they are our puppets. We can save and destroy them anytime. Can't you see what is happening in Imo State? What did your leaders do when we removed your elected governor and put a man that took fourth position? Did they cough? Ihidioha is foolish. For 1 year, we wanted him to start worshipping us and he refused. He allowed IPOB to demonstrate without our soldiers killing them. Now he is a governor only inside his family house. Ho 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 ho. Let me tell you the truth. You must worship the Fulani if you must rule your people in Nigeria. Our slave Hope is doing a nice job. He has killed ESN commander and he is still killing. When we are done, you all will understand how powerful the Fulani is. We are master planners. Do you know the number of Fulani from West and North Africa that have become Nigerians in the past 20 years? And with NIN registration, more will become Nigerians. Are Fulani not sacking villages and renaming them? What have you all done about it? When we declared no visa for Africans, we knew what we were doing. We will take over Nigeria and you all will not do anything. We opened our borders and allowed Fulani from West African countries to come in and we call it visa on arrival. If you cough, we imprison you, send you to exile or waste you. Yes, your leaders are our slaves. Is Tinubu not worshipping us? We promised him president and he started betraying his people. Let him come and be president, let us see. Are Tinubu and Osibajo not fighting now? It is part of Fulani agenda. The presidency is going back to the north. Wait and see how it will happen. That one in Rivers State called Governor Wike. That one is a big clown. He was bragging to be a hitman, claiming up and down that he loves his people. What did we do? We simply promised him the vice president position, gave him more chances to loot his people, and he went mad and started killing his people. He gave his own Abigbo women to our soldiers to rape and kill. We are not done with you guys. Those ones they call Ohanis is now ours. When last did you hear them talking? We bought them over a very long time ago. Whatever they say today is what we want. They are now a tool to further Fulani reign. They said that they can't be Islamized and Fulanized, but you can go to Enugu and Ebonyi State and you will understand what we have done. West. We are on top of the game. We have already taken Ilorin a long time ago. We have gradually taken lots of places. Didn't we send them to the Benin Republic as refugees? More and more to come. Where are the Afinefears? Where is Sunday Igboho? Where is Namdi Kanu? Where are the Yoruba Obos? Where are the human rights activists? They are all silenced and caged. The only obstacle along our way is that one calling himself Motsi Namdi Kanu and IPOB. But we will deal with them. We will use his own people to deal with him. And we have started already. Didn't we get his people to proscribe his group even when they killed no one? Didn't his governor support Operation Python Dance that helped us kill more than 300 of their own youths? If you doubt it, then tell one leader in Southeast that condemned the killing if not that stupid and useless Abarib. We have raised men among his people to write against him. We have successfully bought some people around him over, using their own Eastern leaders. But in their foolishness, they never knew it was the Fulani that sent their own people to buy them over. Is his former ally and deputy not today against him? What did you think happened if not the power of the Fulani? We are getting closer, and we got no much time. Quran must be dipped into the Atlantic Ocean. And that's final. Islam is spreading fast, and many Christians are converting to Islam. Where are the pastors that can talk? They are after their own selfish interest. Nigeria is a Fulani inheritance. We planned this decades ago, and we must actualize it. Presidency is going back to another Fulani man in PDP that will spend another 8 years. Wait and see as things unfold. Written by Osman Umar Sokoto, philosopher, teacher and activist, 2022.
My brother, I think, hello?
Hello, I'm hearing.
I think we have, we cannot exhaust what is there any longer.
Yes, we cannot exhaust it. Then what would
we can move it to the next
the next program?
The next
yes.
Sunday school.
Yes, we will play this particular last one. We will play it coming Sunday. This particular last one, we will play it coming Sunday. But at least I want us to have a kind of summary. Just give your summary within 3 minutes. Then Mama Patricia be preparing. After veteran, as soon as I appear, you know that the 3 minutes is over. Be preparing, Mama Patricia, for your own summary and for the Bible verse of the day. So, veteran, it is your turn. Just give us in the summary within 3 minutes. As soon as I appear, that indicates your time is up. So go on.
Yes, dear friends, we have had the 3 clips played. And you can see as Nigeria is in a very great soup. And this is why we want to say it again. We are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. Did you hear Wike? Wike becoming a chorus singer. Wike, who said he's not Igbo, yet his name is Wike. Onyesom Wike. And he denied his identity, his heritage, and his history. And today he has come back, contradicting himself, singing Tiene Hobagaro, Bagaro was funding Cocken. Bagaro, how has Sibo? Tiene Hobagaro, Ndi Beri Bendara, people Neso, Nezu. Why Why our people like this? Who did this to you, our people? You see a moron, you see an imbecile, and you still run around imbecile, run around the moron. It is very sad. I don't think even to talk about the PVC. What are you going to say? It does not. I'm not even interested to talk about that because I've declared it long ago. I've said it long ago. I'm not a Nigerian, and I don't want to know what is happening in Nigeria.
Yes.
I don't know what is happening. Let them bury 1 million, 100 million PVCs. That is your cup of tea. You that is forming a new Nigeria. That is your cup of tea. It does not concern us. How does it concern us? What we are saying is that we are not voting. We are not Nigerians. And there is no way any person who calls himself a Biafran should be bothering his head about what is happening in Nigeria. Our leader have told us, be focused and resolute. Go for that last and not for things that are ephemeral, things that does not last. Go for things that will last. Go for substance. Go for your freedom. Go for your right. Go for your liberation. Go for your nation, Biafra. That is what you should be doing. So, you have heard it from the Fulani philosopher and whatever he calls himself. Nigeria is there. He has simply put it clear. From A to Z, what they have done and what they are doing and what they will continue to do, it is before you on a clear card. So I know about remnants. And look at it. It is not today. I think it's about March. It was about March. How they have caged us. How they are using us against ourselves. How they are dividing and using us. And still our people want to be their agent, dividing us the more. Talking about a Saba massacre as a reason for sit at home. When there are other serious massacres. Over 3 million boys, children, were starved to death. And there is no sit at home for them. Our women, they rained the bullets and bombs on them as they were buying and selling under the trees, not even in the marketplace. And you have no sit at home for them. You are singling out Asaba massacre. Asaba massacre. Because I want you to commit suicide. Please, let us fight our common fight. We are one. We are Biafrans. I agree and buying again. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom in the name of Chukwuka Biama. I again Mary. This is where we stand. This is where we stand. Don't be going for things that does not last, that will never last. Don't be going for your belly. Don't be going for cheap popularity. Don't be going for those who want to register their name in the books of the presidency when they cannot perform, when they cannot do anything. when they are foolish and slaves. Can you hear the Fulani man saying they are their puppets? They are their slaves. That's who they are. They are slaves. They are toys. Toys in their hands. They use them anyhow they want it. Please, go ahead, Colin. Please. Because I'm
Okay,
annoyed.
Biafra,
I'm seriously annoyed.
you have heard it, and you have seen it, you have watched it. You see, can obedience change Fulanization? Because as we speak, the Fulanis already have their own agenda. Their own agenda is Fulanization. And there is no other way they can succeed apart from the continuity of Nigeria and the election. It doesn't matter who wins. So this is what I already told you. Obi can win the election, but they will call him to tell him how he should do it for continuation of the Fulanization. Or they will remove him to put whomsoever they wish, or they'll begin to fight to kill him. That is the agenda. And that it is only possible on one Nigerianism. So, Mama Patricia, you are to finalize on this. Just say what you want to say about this, then present your memory verse of the day. At most, both the presentation at most 5 minutes. The one we cannot talk about today, next week we continue.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
because of our time, what we have just seen, a whole lot of from Wike the Pampas wearer, which is his normal name, and Mrs. Tambuwal. We have seen him. He has really brought shame upon himself. That curse that he said, that he's trying to sing, is upon himself and his family and the rest that are going with him. Because he killed so many of our people, Igbos, and said he's not an Igbo. So I wonder what singing in Igbo and what Obaghara. You see how devil can deceive people and make them shameful and they don't know it. Wike is naked, walking on the way he doesn't. He drinks. So Mazen has already penned down the end of these people, one by one. Anybody that has ear for what Mazi says and keeps to it, that person will have life and will enter into this kingdom that God has sent him to establish. But the ones that are trying to go for money, because Mazi said that the money that these people have stolen from every corner, it will be enough to feed 38 countries in Africa, even in the world. It's already feeding the world, Europe and the rest of them. But the money that these governors and politicians have stolen to buy themselves riches and gold outside that zoological republic, it will feed 38 countries every day of their lives. And yet people are following them from 1 year to another, from 8 years to another. They tell you to come and put to pin, nin, you go. Everything they tell you, you go. Meanwhile, Mazen has exposed every secret so that you will not say you are not on the known. All these agents, they are buying left and right, who are wearing sheep clothing, but they are wolves in themselves, coming to bring another gospel, which is not what Mazi has told us about the truth of what we are and where we are heading to if we don't adhere to the truth. And these people are pretending that they are upholding the truth, that they are upholding the liberty of our nation, of our people. Meanwhile, they are the zoo agents. Anyway, they'll have themselves to blame. Ojukwu cried over this. When he went to Lagos, telling our people, the money you people are heaping in this place, go home and build it. They didn't hear. Now I heard that
they are making plans to sell off their things and come home when it's already very, very late. When they have
Who will
lost
buy
so
them?
much life. Huh?
Who will buy them?
Okay, that is the
Who will
thing.
buy their properties?
Who will buy? Nobody will talk to them about it. And yet they were told on time. Just like Mazi came on time. As he came on time to announce what is to come. Yet people are there moping, going after the same money. Mazi said they have leashed out billions to buy your souls. Unfortunately, this trap is getting most of them. But just like we are here, standing, the few, not the multitude, the remnants, the Biafrans, the remnant, as it happened with our sister Israel, only few people, Joshua and Caleb, went to the promised land because they believed their God and they believed their prophets. And they were blessed and prospered and were established. So would Biafrans be established, I mean the remnants, not the mixed multitude, not those that are following after money and after Fulani, not those that are following these governors, going to Fulani, bowing down before them, sitting down on the floor, the so-called Igbo. They are mixed blood, they are not really DNA of Biafran Igbo man. Let's go to our memory verse until next week. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Ralph, Collins, please forgive me. Collins.
I'm listening.
Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13 and 14.
Okay. I'm coming.
All right. Thank you.
Ecclesiastes 12, 13 and 14. It said, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
All right. Thank you, Mazi Collins. Biafrans, this is our memory verse for today's Sunday school. The food for thought that you take and read wherever you are and you can share it. Our whole duty here, as long as we have breath in us, is to do the right thing. And what is the right thing? You have to have the fear of God in you. You have to know what is justice, what is love, what is truthfulness, honesty. These are the ways and the characters of God. And these are his commandments, which our leader imbibed and taught us in the school that he held every day. The Sunday school he held every day. The platform, he says, this is where we worship. This is our religion. Much more grounded, more than the one the British people brought to us, because we are children of Chukwu Okike Abiam. Grounded more than the one. He told us about these truths, that if we keep it, it will be well with us. So today I want us to go home with that God in verse 14 will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it will be good or whether it will be bad. So whatever anyone is doing in this struggle, I want us to know that Biafra restoration has been ordained by God before Mazi came. And at the appointed time, God gave Mazi the mandate to go and preach this to them, to us, to those that were sitting in darkness, to those that their brains were damaged, to those that do not more know their identity or where they are coming from. Preach to them. And Mazi came and preached to us, and we in this platform are one of those who took this truth, and it has liberated us. It has made us to be emboldened. Anywhere I go, anywhere we go, we stand on the truth. We declare who we are, that we have no marriage with the zoological. We have no any turning to the left or to the right for political solutionists. We have no room for that. Biafra land is for God. Biafra land is for the people of Biafra. No more marriage with the zoo. No more agreement with the British government. Nothing ties us and them together. Even if they like, let them bring angels to support them. Nigeria is gone and dead like Buhari, their president. So whatever you are doing where you are, all in the name of restoration of Biafra, and you are deviating from this truth, which Mazi has brought to us, you are doing it at your own peril. Those of you that are bringing division, because Mazi has established everything that we can go and look at as like an encyclopedia, and you are coming up, the autopiloters, Simon and his group, that we have to sit a separate seat at home for Asaba massacre, while all is inside the normal seat at home of May 30th. Or the other group, the leaders who are there, that they are working only to stay there and be criticizing unnecessary instead of focusing on releasing our mass from coming out from that dungeon over 1 year plus. They are not understanding the handwriting on the wall that they should be men instead of they are following the pampas wearers, the political of the zoo that we have already cut the cord. The umbilical cord holding us has been destroyed with the truth. So whatever you are doing, however you are going after this restoration of our land, because of money, because of ego, because of wealth, all these things will be destroyed together with all of you that are putting your hand in this evil. But those that are standing, they will be saved, because God will bring everything to pass. At the end of this struggle we are doing, each and every one of us will receive the payment, due payment of what you did and how you did it. If you did it good, the way Mazi said it, then you will receive good to enter Biafra land. But if you did it bad, with your ego, with your stubbornness, with your stupidity or whatever, you will also end where those who acted wrongly. For now, Biafrans, let us have a rethink. A rethink to know what you're doing. Whether you're doing it secretly, nobody is seeing you, or you're doing it openly to pose yourself that you are somebody. Everything will be brought into judgment before God Almighty that you can bribe. And I pray that God will establish the remnants and hold them strong. As few as we are, let God take our voices far and wake those that are sleeping or even dead, and bring our Mazi out from where he is, so that he will really dance the dance he mentioned about for the restoration of Biafra, because that's what we're waiting for earnestly. Thank you, Biafrans. Until next Sunday, may the Lord be with all of us. He said.
God bless you. God bless you. Very, really good. So we are going to collectively dismiss and say bye to Biafrans. We are going to collectively dismiss and say there is no time for us to be saying bye to Biafrans one after the other. So we are going to just wave to Biafrans, telling Biafrans bye until next time.
Stay well, stay on the track of truth. Stay on the track of truth. Don't be deceived. Until next Sunday. Bye.
God bless you, Biafra. Bye.
God bless you, comrades.
God bless you. God bless you.